Hey guys, it's me, T, here in Chicago, Nails and Makeup. Welcome to the channel. So I'm going to try not to talk you too much, but today's video is going to be about doing the perfect no-chip manicure because I'm going to tell you I struggled with it at first and I can't really find detailed information. I don't know what's up here recently, but I wanted to put out a video. So you're just seeing here that I'm going in to do my lovely sister's nails. She has a little crack there. And so, you don't want to ruin the set. She has nice nails. So why not go ahead and try to do a patch or a repair? So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. Here, let's take a look. I like to use this glue here by IBD. It's just, I like it because it has the brush on stick. I think it's the easiest way to control everything. And of course, this is going to help to dry the glue really, really fast as soon as you spray it. One thing I will tell you guys, when you spray this, have your client kind of hold their breath because this stuff, I feel like it's very strong. It's very, very strong. So you're just going to see me repairing the nail here. You see me, I'm sorry guys, it's blurry. I'm working on it. This is my first nail tutorial. Tutorials are kind of hard to do. But you can see me lifting the nail up because I want the glue to go underneath the crack to seal it. And then I smooth it over, and you're going to see me go over it one more time. Let's watch. Okay. And so, as you can see, I go over the second time on top to kind of, just to give it some extra reinforcement. And I like to swipe my finger over it just to make sure, it gets a smooth application. And there you have it. That is sealed. We're ready to go. So now I'm going to go in. We're going to buff these babies out. I know you didn't want to see me buff each and every nail. So I decided to, to speed this part up here. Yeah, I'm really goofy. This is, I'm not new to YouTube, but this is a new channel. And so it's not going to be your traditional channel that you see a lot of other nail techs do. It's going to be real raw and honest here. If I feel like even maybe cursing sometimes, I will. So this is going to be their raw, honest channel. We're going to have some real discussions here. I'm going to bring people in, and we're going to get down to the nitty gritty because I've been in this industry forever, ever. Okay, so we are done with that buffing. Now we're going to go in and clean, 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 clean. And right here, I'm going to give you one of my little tips and tricks. I know a lot of people like to go out and buy all these fancy, smancy, little nail supplies that do different things, and they work great, but I'm all about saving money and finding other ways to get things done. For many, many years, and even in my salon, I had every nail tech use this, and this is the little tip. This is the little secret. The Sanex neck strips. You get a ton of them in a box. They last forever. They're long, and you can just break off a piece of one, and you can do a whole set with that, and they are lint free. So that's the thing that the hairdressers use to tie around the client's neck before they put on the cape. That is the perfect thing to clean nails. You can use one neck strip and do a whole manicure and pedicure off of one strip. So you can get thousands of strips for a very, very low price. And you can go on Amazon and you can buy it by the case, or you can just buy a few packs. They're very cheap. You should get a whole case for under no more than $15. So there you have it. Clean nails. We're going to use a little bit of Band-Aid. I like the OPI brand. Got to dehydrate. It's all about cleaning and dehydrating. That is the #1 key to making that no chip last. Clean, 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 clean. That's why that manicure is important too, because you got to get that cuticle off that nail bed, because the cuticle also delivers oil to the nail bed. This is a little tip and trick too. Protein bond. This is a non-acid primer, and you're only supposed to really put it on the edge or around the tip, which you'll see me do, of the natural nail. This really helps with some of the pulling that you may get with certain brands, and it just really keeps that gel in place, because we all know that that gel will keep moving and moving and moving. So this really helps with that. You'll just see me go across all the tips of the nails. When I added on this one little tip right here, this is another secret. When I added this on, this really made a difference. This is one of the things that made a big difference in how long the gels last. Like my sister, when she comes back, it's usually like over a month later. And the only reason why she's coming back is because they have grown out, not because they have chipped. Her nails literally will stay until I take the gel off. It's still there. It'll grow halfway down her nails. It's crazy. Yeah, she has lovely nails. So, yeah, we're just looking here. I thought I fast forwarded past this part, but maybe I didn't because I wanted you guys to see how important it is to go across each and every nail. You want to saturate that edge, the tip. And so that's what you're seeing here. Um, I have a lot more videos coming up, and if you watch my intro, if you haven't, go back and watch it because you'll see what we'll be talking about on this channel. It's going to be some tutorials take me longer because it's a lot of work involved with editing, but it's going to be a lot of chats. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in any of my videos, and I may do, a clip on it. Or if you have a situation, with an employer or whatever, I've been in every scenario you can imagine, which we'll talk about in the future. So here we have it, base coat. Now this right here is where it's at. I have my own particular line of base and top coats. Now, I haven't really sold them on the market. I just sell them to a lot of people that I know who do nails and, up at the schools to the students or whatever, but people love it. So I'm just going to put it out there. I have other products on the market and other websites, but I said, okay, I'll go ahead and do the nails. Why not? This base coat is great. And the key to really keeping it, especially if you have a person who has a problem with chipping, go ahead and put 2 coats of the base coat. Now, do you see how I'm pulling this base coat? You see how I'm butting it up to the cuticle? And I'm pulling it tight. And as I'm pulling it down towards the free edge, I'm actually wrapping it around. So it's a sweeping motion. And then I go back and cap. Another thing you will see me do here is I'm only going to cure 3 nails in the light. Only 3 nails. And then I am going to switch hands and do the other 3 nails. This is another one because the gel constantly moves. And that's the thing with gel. You got to understand that even though it's in a polished bottle, it is not nail polish. It is gel, which does not freeze until you put it in the light. So I'm going to go ahead and cure 3 nails. That's what you see here. I love this BioC tunnel. It was very affordable and it works. It gets the job done. But that's why you see me curing those 3 nails. I know I didn't do the other 2, and clients are always confused by that, but I do it on purpose. And so now I'm going to go to the other hand here, and I'm going to do these 3 nails because that gel is moving. It's moving. It's moving. And these steps right here, if you have a person who, you see how I'm pulling that gel around the tip, that's very important around the free edge. Super important, but it's moving away from the free edge as soon as you do that. But for those who have people who have problems with chipping, you can put 2 coats. I know my base coat definitely works. It will be coming to market. The website and everything is being built for this. It should be out before the end of the year this year. But you can go back and put 2 coats of this base coat. Now, some people will tell you they do 2 coats of top coat. You can if you want to, but now you want to be careful not to make your no chip look bulky. And if you think about it, the base gel is way thinner than the top gel. So if you're going to do 2, it's a smarter choice to do 2 of the base coat. And so that's just one point that I wanted to make here. My base coat, Chicago base coat, is very thin, yet it's very super durable. So this is something that will keep the nails on. And if you use my method and then you go ahead and do 2 coats for people who have problems with chipping, you will not have an issue with that person unless they do something crazy like, punch walls all day, try to open pop cans all day, then maybe so, But that's why I'm just showing you this full method, 3 and 2, 3 and 2. But when you go in and put that second coat, you could go ahead and just do all 5 fingers because this coat right here is tacky. So it's going to hold that second base coat really well. So it's okay to go ahead and do the second base coat layer if you choose to just do the whole hand at one time. That would be fine. That would be fine. You see how I go back? I just go back over just to make sure, especially that thumb and the index, because those are the 2 fingers that always get the most action. They always get the most action in life, That's what we pick up things with. That's what we scratch things with. Those are the 2 fingers that usually, I'm going to say especially that index finger, that's what you have the most problems with. So That's why you see me doing this here, you guys. And I wanted to do this detail step by step, and you better watch it now because on the website, a lot of these are going to be actual tutorials. So you will only be able to get some of these tutorials on the website after a while. So this is a lot of free information, tips, and tricks that I'm giving away at the moment. So I hope you are enjoying, and if you have any questions, just let me know. I am very, very friendly, and I don't mind sharing information because I just don't care. I feel like there are clients for everyone, and I want everyone to have a lucrative career. So you saw me put that in there. Now this hand is ready to go. It looks nice, doesn't it? I use that base. Voila. And so, again, the 2 coats, if you want to at this point, you would just go ahead and do all 5 fingers. You don't necessarily have to do 2 and 2 because this is sticky. Now, we're going to go into our color. That's the fun part. I just got this D&D color because, I love D&D, but I feel like some of the colors, they are so similar. So when I go to the store, it's like I feel like I have every color. But this is one my friend had. I'm like, I don't have this one. So I got it, and I love it. I love this color. Wait until you see it, you guys. So when it comes to adding color, you see, once again, D&D is a very thick, that's why I like it. It's a rich, thick gel, does the job. Great coverage on all of their colors. I always start and I butt my colors up towards the top. D&D doesn't pull a lot either. I won't speak badly on other brands, but some brands, pull very hard. Also, you have to work pretty fast with with any gel because it does want to crawl, it wants to pull away from the cuticle. So you'll see that I'm trying to move fast, but I'm also trying to make sure I'm getting good coverage and I'm getting in the side walls. Only because you want flat and even coverage, but you got to move fast with gel. That's the other thing. I see a lot of gels, even those that last long. No one wants a bulky looking nail. Everyone wants a natural looking nail. So while you're doing all of this, you want to keep it flat, but you want to keep in mind that you got to move fast. It doesn't have to be sloppy, but you want to move at a really good pace to pull this stuff down, get it capped, and get it in the light as soon as possible. Now, you're going to see that I'm going to go ahead and put 2 in with this color because I really want it to lay flat. I really want that color to lay flat. So I'm going to do 2 and then I'm going to do 3. And sometimes just depending on the person's nails, I may even go in, like if they have really nubby nails or, just it was really hard for me to get the polish around the free edge because it's so short or just something kind of difficult, I may do 2, 2, and 1. Meaning I may do the first 2, the second 2, and then the thumb by itself because I want to keep it moving that fast and I don't want that polish to move because it'll start to look sloppy. Because the worst thing in the world is to have that gel keep building up in one particular area because it's falling, it's moving, it's leaning one particular way. And you've seen those no chips, and maybe you've done them yourself, where you see them and it's like a big bubble at the end or a big bubble up top. You just don't want that. You want to keep your gel as flat and as thinly pulled as possible, and that's why I like D&D because it still gets that color for you. So that's what you're seeing here. And again, I'm really huge on capping. Gotta move, see how it falls into the sidewall? Gotta be careful with that. So, you just want to keep it looking neat. And that's another reason why I go 2 and then I go usually 2 and 3 because I just want to keep that gel from sliding. See, I'm really big on that capping. And again, all of my videos won't be this long, but I really wanted you to get this because I remember when I was very frustrated with no chip, I couldn't really find real detailed information. It just wasn't working for me. It wasn't staying. So through all this trial and error, now I'm finally, finding out what it is that's working. Okay, so we're going to get into the fun part here. And this is where we're putting on the color. So I love this D&D color here. The key to D&D or any gel polishes to make sure that you're getting it up to the cuticle. You don't want to touch the skin, and you want to get a little close, but because gel moves so much, you want to make sure that, you have to kind of practice working with gel because it constantly slides. And so I'm going to pretty much use the same method here as I did with that base coat. And I'm going to do the 3 and 2 method for the first coat, and then for the second coat, you'll see that I go ahead and I apply it on all the nails. I do that because the second coat is sticky. It has a sticky layer to hold it on there. But the first one, with this, it's just a precaution I take to make sure that I have that even coverage. But you just want to make sure that you're pulling nice, thin, and smooth across all the layers. I mean, across the nail bed. Excuse me, guys. I'm very tired. And just making sure that it's tight. You don't want bulky looking gel. I see a lot of gels, and I've done gels too, where it's like it's just bulky towards the end, a big bubble. That's because it's too much, and that's the number one mistake that we can sometimes make. We're thinking that with certain colors, especially if you're not getting that color payoff, that you want to kind of lay it on thicker. It's always better to do extra coats. It's okay to do even 3 coats if the polish is thin than to bulk it on there, to kind of clump it on there, because that's how you get those bubbly looking nails. And clients won't say anything to you, but what'll happen is if someone else get their hands on them and it's flatter, they're gonna go to them. I told you this channel is gonna be about keeping it real, and so that's how that's gonna go, because most people don't want to, hurt your feelings. So that's just a little tip that I've learned. It's better to lay thin layers of a color and have to go over it more times than to try to just put more gel on, because we want to treat gel like it's polished because it's in a bottle, and it's not. It's gel. It's a totally different substance, so we have to keep that in mind. So with the gel, it all takes practice because it wants to run into the side walls. Like you'll see me clean up here, because it constantly wants to move, and that's why I do the 3 and 2 method on the first coat, because it's just it can be a sloppy mess, and your end result won't be as sharp as you want it to be. So that's another tip and trick. Still do the 3 and 2 method. Do the 3 and 2 method on your first color as well. It may seem like it's a lot, but I'm telling you, it's actually faster. Like once you get used to telling the person to switch their hands, it's actually faster. I know it sounds crazy, but just try it. It's actually faster, and you're going to notice that your end result with your gel manicure is going to look tighter. It's going to look sharper. It's going to look nicer. Trust what I am telling you. That's that thumb where I had to repair it. Can't even tell, can you? See, this is that second coat. I'm just going in and I'm just, capping it. And I'm just showing you how I'm finishing everything up. This is not as slow as it sounds, guys. I'm telling you, I do a no chip in like 35 minutes. Now, here's my top coat. Now, I told you I do have my own products that I've used, and this right here, so many people are asking for it. I'm going to go ahead and finish developing this website for you guys. It's going to be all encompassing, and the top coat and base coat will be on there along with a few other signature items that I've been using forever. Now, this top coat, the great thing about it is it's super shiny, ultra shiny, and it's very durable. And one more thing I like about this one is, even though it provides flexibility, it kind of it stiffens the nails. So it's kind of like a hardener too. Some top coats they're just there and they're very soft. This actually makes the nails, to me, it makes the nails a bit stronger. I can't explain it, but especially with the no chip, the nails feel strong. It's almost like you put a thin layer of acrylic on it. And that's one reason why I like the formula that I've been using for a while. And I've tried others, and I've gone ahead now and just used those bottles for like design purposes, or, a design nail. But for my real clients, boom, you see that? See that shine? And they're nice and stiff, but they're not brittle or rigid. It's perfect. I can't explain it. You would have to try it to see. But you see that capping? You see how that nail is wrapped? Because I'm constantly capping. I'm constantly doing my 3 and 2 method. This is how you get that perfectly capped nail. You see how everything looks flat? It doesn't look like that. You've seen it before, that bulky no chip. That no chip where it's like it just looks bubbly. I can't explain it, but this is how you're going to get that flat, natural look that your client will come back for time and time and time again. And there's that thumb that I repaired in perfect condition now. Didn't have to cut it. Did not have to cut it, you guys. Look at that. And look at that shine. Hoo, hoo, hoo. It's late at night here, guys. I've been editing this forever. There's the top and base coat. It will be dropping soon. Of course, if you subscribe to the channel and you follow me on Instagram, Chicago Nails and Makeup, Chicago Nails and Makeup, or Facebook, you'll know, because I'll be doing some giveaways and different things like that, you know, and you'll be seeing the product very soon. But this is just something I wanted to give to the nail techs or people who are wondering, because this is a great service, and we're going to talk about this in some of the discussions, like how to turn the simple services. The simple services will be your bread and butter. You know, we like all the designs and everything, but I really want to dig deep and tell nail techs how to make money, how to make $80,000 within your first 2 years, you know, easily, you know, as a nail tech. That's just starting out in your first 2 years. How to take this and make it a real business, like a real business. We're going to talk about business, how you know, you can get your own car, your own place, doing this. This is a real profession, you guys. So there you have it.